Hi, well, welcome everyone to today's presentation. My name is Kurt Nadervelt. I am the CEO of Rainstar Capital Group. And today we have on the line with us our Managing Director, John White, who's based in our Toledo, Ohio offices. How you doing today, John?
Very well, Kurt, and appreciate the opportunity to be on the webinar with you today. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So today we're going to be talking about probably one of our, if not our most popular, one of our very popular programs, our no credit check credit line, right? And while this program can be used in all 50 states, John's going to be speaking a little bit about how he's using it, to help clients in his backyard that are either like real estate investors or business owners. And so we're excited to bring this presentation to you today and kind of walk you through this great program. So along with before we get started in the program, we obviously have to throw out our disclaimer. This presentation today is not to be construed, for giving any sort of, legal or tax professional advice. We highly recommend if you're looking to secure debt financing, or if you're growing a business or investing in real estate, that you speak with, your legal or tax professional. Obviously, securing debt financing is not guaranteed, all as well as income potentials aren't guaranteed. So so we want to make sure that we put that disclaimer out there to get the proper advice. So again, as you can see, that's myself, Kurt Nadervelt, and our managing director, John White. My background, I had launched Rainstar Capital Group back in January of 2014. We invest from our balance sheet into kind of a couple different niches, and then we also run a very robust debt advisory platform with over 200 registered lenders. We provide debt capital for clients that have commercial real estate, corporate finance, small business, and equipment financing needs. Clients really like to work with us because if they've been rejected by a bank, we've built the platform that basically kind of brings everybody under one roof, and it allows a borrower to kind of pick from those lenders, very similar to a restaurant menu. And it's a good thing for clients because they're busy running their businesses, right? And they don't necessarily always have the time to be able to find these alternative lenders. And that's where Rainstar Capital Group can greatly assist. So anyway, John, why don't you jump in? Why don't you walk the folks through kind of your background?
Thank you, Kurt. Yes, I've been active in this industry for 19 plus years, and providing different financial products and services to clients, customers, borrowers of all types in Ohio area. Prior to doing that, I was with a division of International Paper, calling on clients, customers all over southeastern Michigan, northwestern Ohio. I was privileged to be Salesman of the Year a couple times with them. And during that time, I was also owned real estate investor properties, which I owned and managed. So I'm very familiar with the problems and needs of small business owners and real estate investors.
Awesome, excellent. So kind of jumping in now to our lending platform. As I mentioned, we have over 200 registered lenders on it. Primarily, while we do have banks on the platform, we've built the platform primarily off of non-bank lenders. So you can kind of read through kind of some of the profiles there of the different lenders that we have. But non-bank lenders, they're typically going to look at the cash flow, credit, and collateral of the business owner, the real estate investor. But typically what we see is that they have less lending restrictions, right? And that's a benefit for someone who maybe has been hit in the past with their credit, or maybe their cash flows don't meet the ratios of the bank's requirements. And so our role here at Rainstar is really to help the client kind of prioritize which of the three C's is the most important to their lender. And then very similar to putting a piece of a puzzle together, it's our job to take the variables that the client has and then to put those pieces together for the purpose of matching it up to the lender that they would be a best fit for. So John, why don't you jump in? Tell us a little bit about what you see is the major reason that clients need credit lines, and why they why then obviously they would use what they would use the funds for if they were able to get the no credit check credit line.
Well, absolutely. And running a business, there's always literally day to day needs for working capital and lines of credit and at any given time, a business owner's piece of equipment could break down. He needs it to get replaced or repaired. He also has to keep inventory flowing, so he can sell whatever business he's in, sell to the customers. There's also, he wants to run an ad in the local newspaper or television for a promotion that he's having. So there's marketing expenses. One of the other very popular uses of the credit line is to make a down payment on real estate investor properties. We have a number of clients that specialize in going to real estate auctions, and if they bid on the property and they are a successful bidder, the auctioneer requires an immediate down payment right there on the spot, so they can just they have the access to the funds immediately to write a check for the funds. They don't have to worry about getting financing, and it's a very popular product for real estate owners and small business operators. One of the big other things, obviously, at the end of the week or every couple of weeks, why they got to cover payroll, and they need to have liquidity, cash on hand, obviously, to pay their employees. So yes, it's a very popular product, and we're very pleased to be able to provide it to business owners and real estate investors in Ohio, and also literally throughout the U.S.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't you jump in? Tell us about this no credit check credit line. It sounds obviously fantastic, and we've been giving a lot of clients into it. It's been very, very popular. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the different attributes of the program?
Well, absolutely. As they say, this is not a line where the lender is going to check their specific credit. What they're looking for more is the cash flow and credit or the collateral for the borrower. They must have $25,000 a year in annual revenue. This would not be real good for startup businesses because they have to have 6 months experience in the business, but they can get up to from as little as $1,000 up to $100,000 through this program, and it's an on-call cash line where they can literally go and go onto the lender's website and click a button and move the funds over to their bank account, and then they're good to go. This lender does work in all 50 states, so whoever's listening to this, whatever state you're in, we can certainly provide this product to you, application for this product for you. And the term would be up to 12 weeks. And again, as the product said at the top, this is a no credit check program.
And typically, from an approval perspective, the nice thing about this credit line is, it can typically get funded relatively quickly, within like 2 to 4 hours, and then the line can be activated next day. So that attribute of it really is appealing, I think, to a lot of our clients, because again, most folks want two things. They want an on-call, on-demand credit line, right, that they can access and use whenever they want. And then second, they don't want to wait 30 days for it. They want the ability to get access to it relatively quickly, right? So, from a logistics perspective, there's kind of 4 easy steps on what has to happen for us to be able to help a client get up and rolling with this credit line. First, later in the presentation, we're going to give you John's landing page, and on that landing page, we have the full brochure that you can go through and read through, not only just the no credit check credit line, but we also have a second credit line product that's very popular called our cash credit line. And when you go through that, you'll be able to kind of see all the different nuances and figure out, if you qualify for it. The second step then is, once you've read through the brochure, you need to contact John and address any questions that you might have and advise which of the credit lines you should apply for. And the third thing would be to execute our fee agreement, so that so we can provide you the service. And then fourth, what will happen is John will then send you a link to our lender portal, so that you can apply with our lender, to get approved. And then typically what happens is you will get matched up to your bank accounts will your online bank accounts will get matched up with our lender software, and then the lender runs an analysis to identify what your monthly cash flow looks like, your annual revenues and such, and then they make a decision on how much of a credit line they're going to be willing to extend you. So it's a great program. We've been getting lots of clients into it, and then along with that program, we also have kind of a whole other slew of different products, whether it's additional credit lines. We have a very popular business credit card program, term loans. Then we also have merchant cash advances, which we're not hugely active in, but we do have them available at our disposal if we need to. And so we just highly recommend that a small business owner and entrepreneur look at all these different programs, because we teach here at Rainstar that capital is just a tool. It's just like having a tool in your tool belt, and different opportunities in your business need different forms of capital. So by having access to these different credit lines and other products, it really helps to alleviate a lot of the cash flow needs that that you might run into. And so that said, if anyone has any more questions on these programs, please feel free to reach out to John. There's a lot of really great information on John's landing page, www.rainstarcapitalgroup.com/John. You have John's email there as well. So John, we want to thank you for your time today, and we look forward to speaking together in the near future.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoyed being on the presentation here. And as you said, if there are any questions or things we didn't make clear, I would enjoy the opportunity to talk with anyone that's interested and present the specific programs to them, maybe a little more in depth, and we see if we get them the funding they're looking for to grow their business or grow their real estate investment. So thank you again, Kurt. It was my pleasure.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Thank you.